We're back with more Hayao Miyazaki movies. Yesterday I had the pleasure of finishing the day watching me a Hayao Miyazaki movie. And yeah, let's just get right into it. The movie that we're talking about is Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle is an animated family adventure film which a unconfident girl gets cursed by an old witch, in which she is turned into an old lady during the day, and she goes to meet the man himself to see if he can help cure and end the curse of her being old. And yeah, the film's runtime is 119 minutes. The film's in color, and the rating is PG. And the film's written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki, known for the films My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, and Spirited Away. So yeah, Howl's Moving Castle. I got to see this yesterday for the first time, and I love this movie. I think this is one of my top. I think it's up there of one of my favorites of the Hayao Miyazaki chronology, and I love this movie. I enjoyed it throughout the whole film. I just enjoyed it. The emotions hit. I also just love all the characters. It's just a beautifully written movie, and I just really love this movie. And I thought Howl's Moving Castle is truly one of Hayao Miyazaki's best films. I really did love this film. And so let's just talk about some of the individual points. The performances all around are really good. I think all the actors and actresses did a fantastic job. All the characters, down to the supporting characters. I think the supporting characters, this is quite possibly one of my favorite Hayao Miyazaki movies, down to supporting cast. I think the supporting cast, mostly each one of them are fantastic. I think all the characters are beautifully done. But of course, the main character is Sophie, who's a young girl who's unconfident, has her own self. You know, she's very, like, you know, she doesn't think she's beautiful. She has that, and she gets cursed by an old witch, and she tries to go find how to hopefully to break the curse. And I love this character. She's fantastic. I love the mix between her being young and her being old. And in a way, she kind of enjoys being old, because she says in the movie that when you're old, you have nothing to lose. And that's kind of, in a way, sad by all means, because she's young and she has all these insecurities. And but by the end, her character and the growth of the character, I thought she was just a fantastic character, and I loved her in this movie. She's fantastic. You also got the man Howl, who's a wizard who helps the government, and he with the war, and he has this castle that moves, and he meets the girl, helps her out, but she gets pretty much, she's with the guy, but he and her work together. And I really did like the character of Howl. He's a fantastic character with his own insecurities. The guy literally falls down and gets sad that his hair is losing color. And he's like, I'm not beautiful anymore. There's no point in living. Like, he has his own problems and his own, like, insecurities and his own tantrum. Even though he's like a badass, he's also like a boy in a way, where he has his tantrum, and he's like, that Sophie needs to help him with that. And Howl was a pretty cool character. I really did like the character, and I just love them both. Them both have fantastic chemistry, and you really buy the romance between the two is really good. And the supporting characters are amazing. I think one of my favorites is Topin, the scarecrow, who just follows her around. I loved it. I don't know why I love that character so much. It's just because it's like, I don't know, he just follows her around and helps her out. And it's just very nice. I like him. I like the character. You also got, how do you pronounce his name? Calicifer, which is like Lucifer, but with the cow, who helps Howl. He's like the heart of soul, and if he dies, Howl dies, and he's the one that's pretty much helping the castle move in a way. He's helping, and I love the character of Calicifer. He's really cute, but he's also a demon that's kind of a mean guy. But I love that character. I thought the character is amazing. You also got the young boy, who's a young wizard, who I just love. He's just a little kid, and he's a wizard, and just I love the relationship. Like, I guess the motherly relationship between Sophie and that wizard. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I also got the old witch, who is in love with Howl and just wants him to notice her. And I don't know about that character, but I just love that character because it's just like, I don't know, just a grand lady that just, even being as old as she is, she's in love still. And it's just, yeah, I thought that was really nice. And yeah, all the characters are just amazing all around. I think this film has some of the best supporting characters in a Hayao Miyazaki movie. The direction is amazing. Again, it's beautiful. It's beautifully paced. And it's what you expect from a Hayao Miyazaki movie. I mean, it's just an amazing directed movie. It never is a bad directed movie by Hayao Miyazaki movie. The writing is great. I love the characters. I just love the cast and the supporting characters, and just thought, I guess the message of just like, to self-love and, to deal with your insecurities in a way, and just, that, you're beautiful in your own way. I think I love that. I love the message for the film. Chemistry is amazing. Everybody works so well together. I just love the crew in the movie. They're fantastic. The animation, again, it's just beautiful. The film is beautifully animated. That's what you expect now at this point when you see a Hayao Miyazaki movie. It's just a beautifully animated movie, and the animation, the design of the castle is pretty cool, and just the characters and just the different creatures. It's fantastic. I loved it. The music, again, Joe Hitachi is pretty much what John Williams is for Spielberg. It's the same. It's Joe Hitachi for Hayao Miyazaki movie. Hayao Miyazaki movies are amazing, but Joe Hitachi makes it legendary with his score, and the score is fantastic. I love the music for this movie, and Joe Hitachi, I mean, he's literally the John Williams for animated movies. I love this guy as a composer. And all around, I absolutely love Howl's Moving Castle. I think this is one of my top Miyazaki movies. It's fantastic. It's heartfelt and it's funny. You're having just a blast watching this movie. It's very innocent. Kids will love this movie. As most Hayao Miyazaki movies, I think kids will love the movie, with also just a deep message in there as well. And just the war. There's a war going on, and just like, the whole just these guys just fighting each other. Like, stop fighting. And in most of Miyazaki movies, the war does go on. There's war in most of his movies. And I thought this film is amazing. It's without a doubt it's up there as one of my favorites, and I think it's definitely a 5 out of 5 star. It's fantastic. I love this movie, and I think this movie should be seen by everybody. It's a beautiful made movie. I loved every minute of it. I felt the emotion. I just had a blast, really, truly watching this movie. And just the beauty of the movie, too. It's just, again, I just love hand-drawn animations. I think I've grown love to it. It's just an amazing animated movie. If I'm going to give it a letter, I'm going to give it a letter for C for Castle. Because I feel like, this is definitely a castle movie. Hayao Miyazaki's always had castles in a way in a lot of his movies. Of course, Castle in the Sky. Lupin the Third had a whole heist in a castle. And yeah, I just love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I'm very much happy about this movie. And of course, this was a movie that my friend was the one that really said, "Hey, you're gonna watch Howl's Moving Castle." And funny enough, when I started the marathon, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go watch this movie. This is part of the movies." And he also gave me Grave for the Fireflies, so that's another movie that I'm gonna have to sneak in there. I'm gonna sneak it in there, I guess. It's not a Miyazaki movie. It's a Ghibli movie, though. It is a Studio Ghibli's film, so I'm definitely gonna talk about it too, I guess.